Just a brief introduction. I'm Alvin. I'm a community liaison for the International Game Developers Association, Manila chapter. On hackathons, we handle one of the longest running hackathons, the Global Game Jam, which is part of the Guinness Book of World Records as the biggest hackathon in the world. So we handled it for 3 years now. So one of the things about hackathons now is that the word hack, it has an interesting history. For one thing, hack was derived from hacking, which is a woodworking discipline. Mabuan, tables. A hack is something that you improvise when you need it in a situation. Then it evolved sometime in the 1980s to something to describe a person that does computer programming or computer jobs for the sake of learning, even though it's unethical. Plus the term hacker. But now, the term hack and hacker is somewhere in between the original meanings. Now, the hack is a way to create ideas in the shortest possible time. A hacker now is not considered a bad thing. It is a person that has ideas and implements them. The current hacker culture, I think, is best described by one phrase that Facebook is using now. Release is better than perfection. Does anybody understand why this is? Anybody from the audience? Why do you think release is better than perfection?
When we release early, at least we can see all the problems and just iterate and make it better.
Yes, one of the things about getting something released is that you can iterate. You can get feedback that feeds into your design or your programming. And you don't need to think about something for it to be perfect. Even though you think as hard as you want, you probably won't have a perfect product. Because there are other people with other preferences that need to feed into your design for it to be perfect. But rather, I doubt that it will be perfect in any other way. So, who here has an experience with hackathons again? Please raise your hands. Higher. Okay, only 2. So, what part of the hackathon do you think is the most important? Right?
Sleeping. Design.
One of the,
How about consecutive? The planning stage.
okay, I think those are technical aspects, but one of the few things that there is in the hackathon is an idea, the implementation, and the people in the hackathon. Have you considered any of those when you actually go into a hackathon? Or do you just consider the technology involved when you're doing something? No answer? Quiet. Okay. One of the problems, if you're just considering the technical aspects, is that your usability or the user experience might not be factored in your design. One of the few things, technology has advanced very far now. There are very fast computers, there are very fast servers. Sadly, we don't have very fast broadband yet, at least in the Philippines. So, the technological aspects are not really that important now. But at least in a hackathon, because you can improvise. Release is better than perfect, right? So improvise as long as you can implement your idea, get people's feedback on it, so that you get what they want and not what you want. maybe what you want and what they want are the same. Hopefully it is. But at the very least, you can test anything, even if your technology is very good. If nobody will use it, then there's no point. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Because a lot of people think that a hackathon is to prove how good they are. Maybe it is. It proves how good you are. But one of the good things about hackathons is you can also learn from the other people around you. That's why it's a public event. It's not an online event. You feed on the energies of other people. You learn from them and they learn from you. Everybody has something to contribute. Everybody has a need. A basic principle of design. By the way, I'm not a technical person. My background is in game design. So mostly user experience and the like, fun factor, the like. So it might not make any sense, but now technology sometimes take a backseat. But it's equally, I'm not saying it's not important, but I'm saying they're equally important. And now, xenophobic people might have a problem. Because the experience is becoming more involved. Not just technology, but people. Especially, the coming hackathon is about web, which is the liberalization of data. Not just the technical people will be using your applications. Always have the user in mind. Okay? Any questions? Hindi ako technical. So, I'm handing the mic to Brian, which has a more technical talk. Okay, Michael wants the microphone first.
Sayang yung video eh. Naka-on pa naman.